Honorable Minister to present to Sarvodaya Society for NGO leadership. Sarvodaya Society. Sarvodaya Society. If you will, ladies and gentlemen, if you will applaud for Sarvodaya Society, ladies and gentlemen, at this event today. I'm extremely honored they are present here. Please be on stage. Shanta Durga Cultural Association, Kumbhajwa. Shanta Durga Cultural Association. Couldn't be more better, ladies and gentlemen, today. Help India. Ladies and gentlemen, Help India. Congratulations and thank you for all the good work that you are doing. You will have a minute or two to share with the Minister the great work. Sangat. Ladies and gentlemen, Sangat. Al Shaddai Charitable Trust. Al Shaddai Charitable Trust. We will now take a few sound bites. Ladies and gentlemen, great NGOs, this city deserves them, the state deserves them. We're going to take a few sound bites. Can you give the mic, please?
Good morning. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be over here. Thank you, Mr. Bhatia and Mr. Minister. We are a small group of an NGO called Help India. Started in 2005 with like-minded people who wanted to make a mad difference in this state of Goa. Goa has given us so much and we wanted to give it back to Goa. We have started this NGO visiting the GMC hospital first, looking after the cancer kids, but now we look after HIV affected families. I know Sister in presentation also look after that, but we want to encourage each one of you, please make HIV affected families and infected and affected a part of your lifestyle. Because there much work being done for diabetes and cancers, breast cancer and all, and nothing for these, and they deserve all the help that you can give.
Yes, I agree with you.
Thank you. And very onset, I'd like to thank you, sir, for giving us the award, and thank you, sir, for giving me the award. I'm Dr. Amit Dias. I work at the Goa Medical College, and I'm the honorary chairperson of Sangat. Sangat is an organization that has started 20 years ago, working for people with mental health problems, right from children with autism to older people with Alzheimer's disease. And we always believe that there cannot be health without mental health, and that's what we're really trying to promote, mental health in the community. And we're also taking a step to try to see if we can actually prevent this problem from taking place. And we work with the community, and that's what Sangat really means.
Thank you so much, sir.
I am Mr. Mahendra Gaukar, chairperson of Sandhava Cultural Association. So I am very much thanks to Mr. Bhatia and our Lord Minister.
Absolutely.
Yes. So our institute is working in small village. Our institute working for women empowerment, healthcare and child development. So we are very much thanks that Mr. Bhatia has taken our institute's name for leadership awards. Thank you.
Sir.
Dr. Bhatia Mavin sir, ये opportunity Dr. Bhatia नाम का दी थी. हम एक संत होता हूँ, शाम को खेड़े गावन चली हुई थी. अंगजन 78 किलोमीटर पण ये जन गाव असा. 10 वर्षा पहिली ह्या गावात रस्तोय नसलो. आणि आम्ही इस्कॉलाक येताना सकाळी 4:30 उठून 17 किलोमीटर चलून वाळतो इस्कॉलाक येतालो. आणि जो म्हाका अडचणी येयल्यो शिकताना त्यो आमच्या गावच्या भुरग्यांक येवपाक जायना म्हणून हांवें माझी 10वी जावन एक ऑटोमोबाईल कंपनीत कामाक लागल्या उपरांत हांवें चिंतलें की बाकीच्या भुरग्यांक त्रास जावपाक जायना म्हणून माझी एक NGO आसपाक जाय आनी तेच्या थ्रू शिक्षणाक भितर काम करपाक जाय. आयज आमी एक प्री प्रायमरी स्कूल चलयता. माझी एक इच्छा आसा की आमच्या त्या भागांत माझे एनजीओ तर्फे फुडें एक व्हडली स्कूल जावची अशी इच्छा आसा आणि सगळ्या मान्यवरांकडे हांव केन्ना तरी फुडें कॉन्टॅक्ट करून ही संस्था मोठी करपा खातीर हात मागतालो. धन्यवाद डॉक्टर.
Okay, I need somebody to translate this because what you said is making a great impact. Anybody who understands Konkani and
He has simply said he works in a rural area where literally there is no infrastructure. He had to walk long distances. Used to get up 4:30 in the morning to do that. Right now he is, in spite of his job, he tried to do something for the society, especially pre-primary education. He has got a school. His desire is that for the sake of the other children and the people in that vicinity, that they don't suffer, that he will try to build it into a proper school, and he would like help from everyone.
We have a responsibility. Please remain short. Can you hold this? We have a very big responsibility to honor him in a very special way. Just hold this. Ladies and gentlemen, this piece of cloth, sir, please come right here. This piece of cloth is made by handicapped children. People who have no source of income. And we want to honor this man, give him the hardest applause that we could. Would you want to see more, would you want more support from these people? And tell them what support you're looking for.
मराठी हिंदी
चलेगा इधर लिखिए.
मुझे मेरे गांव में एक स्कूल बनाना है. अभी प्री प्राइमरी शुरू की है. हम चाहते कि रूरल एरिया में एक अच्छा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर रहने वाला एक स्कूल बनाना चाहता हूं. उसके लिए आप सबका हेल्प चाहिए.
अच्छा लगा आपसे मिलकर.
Okay, good morning, one and all present here. Myself, Puja Chudasama. It's really a privilege to receive this award for El Shaddai Charitable Trust. Thank you, Dr. Bhatia and Honorable Minister. El Shaddai Charitable Trust has been working with children who are from street slums for last 21 years. And you can see that we saw a video of ripple effect. El Shaddai is doing just the same. I grew up in El Shaddai. I am a product of El Shaddai, and now I'm giving back to the organization. I guess each one of us, there is a great need in India, and each one of us can contribute in whatever abilities that each one of us has. It's nothing, it's just a drop in the ocean, whatever we do. So, yeah, thank you.
Congratulations. There's some offer coming to you supporting. And Tanveer Quatra would like to say something to you, to the gentleman in Sarvodaya Society.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. Firstly, it's a privilege to be here. WGOA would like to offer a lunch to differently abled people. So whenever you guys want, we are more than welcome to have you over. Thank you so much.
Wow. Support them, ladies and gentlemen. That's how. Thank you. That's how we make a difference. It brings tears to my eyes. Wow. Kush Mental Health Foundation. Kush Mental Health Foundation, can we invite you? Please be on stage. Last set of awards. Disha Charitable Society. Disha Charitable Society. Disha Charitable Society. Congratulations. Video volunteers. Video volunteers. Congratulations. Center for Environment Education. Prayas. Congratulations. We take a few sound bites this year. Quick sound bites from the gentleman there.
Good afternoon, and thank you to the organizers and the Honorable Minister for giving us this award. I'm Dr. Peter Castellino and the co-founder of Coach Mental Health Foundation. For me, this award is a journey because I remember when we started off more than 17 years back, it was very difficult to get our message across because of the word mental health. The perception surrounding that was not very good. And today, when I see two NGOs, both Sangat as well as us, receiving an award for the work that we're doing in mental health, it shows the perception has changed in society. For us, this destigmatization of the word mental and the understanding that mental health is a very integral part of our overall health is a big change. We work in the areas of rehabilitation of people with psychological disturbances, dementia, and the very important thing that's affecting Goa today, and that is suicide. We know that youth suicide is almost the #1 killer among young people, and there's not very much work that is done in this area. There isn't much funding in this area, and we really request the community to pitch in and support our work in this very important aspect of youth mental health. Thank you.
Hello everybody. Thank you, Dr. Bhatia, Minister. I'm from Disha Charitable Trust. I'm one of the trustees. We started the school in 1994. And we are today, our strength is about 84 differently abled children, and we are doing good.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for the award. I'm Amrita from Video Volunteers. It's an honor to receive this award. Video Volunteers has been working with a network of more than 200 rural correspondents across India. And the whole idea is to bring out the unheard stories from different corners of India, plus take it to the people who can make a difference, like Honorable Minister here. A lot of dedicated block development officers and government officers are placed who want to make a difference, but sometimes do not have the information from far-flung areas. So Video Volunteers work with network of correspondents to bridge this gap and work with the government officials in making a difference. So it's a great honor to have this award, because my peg also to work with Video Volunteers is the fact that I was tired to listen to everybody that how nobody works. If you take a problem somewhere, nothing will happen. The fact is that things happen. We just have to take the issue to the right person at the right place. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Minister and Dr. Bhatia. Thank you very much for recognizing our efforts. We work with Center for Environment Education. We are a center of excellence under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India. We are here working for the last 18 years. Our work is mainly in environmental education, conservation education, and also we work on the coastal issues related to livelihood and marine turtle conservation. Thank you.
Most important.
आदरणीय मंत्री महोदय, डॉक्टर भाटिया, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। मैं हिंदी में बात कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि विगत 35 सालों से मैंने हिंदी की रोटी खाई है। हिंदी की रोटी खाई है, इसलिए हिंदी के बात कहना है कि असल में ये जो पुरस्कार मैं ले रहा हूँ, लेकिन 30-35 साल पहले इसको जन्म देने वाले और भी 2-4-5 लोग थे। इस समय वे यहाँ नहीं है, मैं नाम गिनना चाहूंगा। डेप्टी कॉलेज ऑफ आर्ट्स में लिखे जो कैलाशवासी डॉक्टर CS तिवारी जी, चोगले कॉलेज के डॉक्टर रामेश मिश्रा जी, पहले तो गोवा विश्वविद्यालय था नहीं, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट सेंटर था, वहाँ अरविंद पांडे जी स्वर्गीय देख लिखे थे, और ऐसे 4-5 लोगों ने मिलकर इस संस्था को जन्म दिया था। और विगत 30 सालों से हम देखिए ये काम कर रहे हैं, साहित्यिक, शैक्षणिक और सांस्कृतिक और हिंदी की सेवा कर रहे हैं। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद so much. Thank you, Minister. Thank you, Minister. Thank you. The Honorable Minister, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for being so plausible, so approachable, and thank you for your humility, which is so important to learn Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a big round of applause. Very big round of applause. We will see him off. Sandesh will see him off. He has to go. But the ceremony will continue. The rest of the program will continue. Give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Very big round of applause. Okay, I'm going to give you a gift just now. And it's the best gift you could have received. You know, you're destined to receive it. That's why you're sitting here. Some of the people ran away. I'm going to introduce you to a Nobel Prize winner. The Nobel Prize for mathematics and algorithms was awarded to him. This winner suffered from a disease called Alzheimer's and couldn't remember, couldn't even dream that he would get the Nobel Prize. He used to do hallucinations, and in his hallucinations he realized that he is doing a lot of mistakes at the cost of even suffering a divorce in his life. But destiny had to change everything. The Nobel Prize was conferred on him. The video shot that you're watching of the Nobel Prize is a very iconic video shot. It's taken from a film called A Beautiful Mind. I'm sure if you've not seen it, see it with your family. It's a very nice film. Sometimes it can terrorize you that you can suffer from Alzheimer's. But ladies and gentlemen, before I play the film, I want to tell you, if you want to support giving and you want to support peace, get the peace one also put, please stand up and hold this icon which we have created. Hold this icon which we have created, and please remember to take a picture, because that picture will go on the social media for everyone, because that picture is very crucial for peace as well as for giving, for those who want to support us. But I'm going to request the lights to be dimmed, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to watch this film. Just soak yourself, and that's the best gift I could give you. We'll have the film playing, please. Wow, I don't know if you is it wow? Only in the mysterious equations of love can any logical reason be found. I don't know if you've ever used somebody else's handkerchief, but do you notice he shows her the handkerchief in her pocket and he tells her there's a story behind that handkerchief. The story is that Professor Nash was gagging from his mouth. He didn't have a handkerchief, so he borrowed the handkerchief of his wife. And she gave it to him in spite of the fight they had. He uses that handkerchief and returns it to her, then puts it back into his pocket. And then he reminds her that the handkerchief in the pocket is the one on which I was gagging, and we had a fight, and in spite of it you gave me a handkerchief. It means so much to me. You are all the reasons I am. You are the reasons I am. What an amazing statement. What an amazing statement. Try saying this to somebody. You know, today you meet somebody you love at home, somebody you care for, somebody you want to give a lot of support to. Talk to them and tell them, is there anything I can do to make you feel very comfortable? Let me know. And if they respond to you, you're blessed that they respond to you, let me tell you. You're actually blessed that they respond to you. I don't know if you love the film, but I just love it. The film is from an original film called A Beautiful Mind. I use it for teaching emotions at work. A Beautiful Mind, a story of a professor who suffers from Alzheimer's and schizophrenia. He is hallucinating all the time, numbers, figures, triangles, and in his hallucination, he sees some things which he cannot believe. Before I invite you for dinner, for lunch, I beg your pardon, there is another one which I'd like to present to you. This film is by KLM. For those of you who haven't seen it, it's a film that teaches us, 1 minute, it teaches us that the solutions to most problems are very simple in our life, but we as human beings, we love to complicate them, because we love to complicate our problems and take pleasure in saying, after I've created complications, I'm happy that I could resolve it. Like they say, don't ever share your problems with anyone. You know why? 70% people have their own and 30% people are happy that you have problems in life. You know, they're actually happy that you have problems. So this film by KLM, it's called Lost and Found. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like it, please express it. KLM film, Lost and Found. It's not simple. I mean, most of us, we forget our stuff in the seat pockets. And then there could be, it could be your phone, your iPad, but who reminds you? A simple dog tells you that here it is. I mean, it's so simple. How many of you have pets? I have a pet, and I love my pet. It's a brown Dalmatian. He talks to me in English every day. He does his prayers with his grandmother, and it's the most adorable thing to happen to your life. You know, everybody else will leave you, but your pet can never leave you. You know, try hugging a pet. I love dogs. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to touch another emotional chord of yours. Now, this one is a story in historical form, not enacted, but actually it happened in some part of the world, and we captured it. It's a relationship issue. Once the relationship issue is transformed, everything else is transformed. The question is, are we mentally prepared to forget and to forgive? There are people who leave us all the time. They may not leave us for good. They may leave us because they want to come back. Give relationships a chance. When you give it a chance, life gives you a chance. And the same analogy applies to our workplaces. Give it a chance. The same analogy applies to relationships at home. I do counseling for a lot of couples, and I realize that many relationships are breaking because there's no bonding in them, both at work and in our lives. If we can create that bond, after all, love is just a 4-letter word. It's the best feeling you can ever get. Don't just fall in love with your career, but fall in love with what you do, because you'll be able to do it better. Let's watch it. You are the test. If you like it, please express it. The video, lights, good dim. Again, it's one of my favorites, to set an example. And if it can transform your thinking. So I want to leave you on a very happy note. And I'm going to make you meet one of the finest actors I have liked and loved the most, Alia Bhatt. Okay? So I want you to smile, and I'm going to present you a song in which she features and in which happiness features. Life is all about spreading moments of happiness. And we can spread them well, life moves on so beautifully well. So ladies and gentlemen, my concluding song to you is from a film, Dear Zindagi. It's a song that I love. I sing it. I can't sing, but I attempt to sing it wherever I can. Sing it in the mind. It's a song that spreads happiness. And I think it's good to spread happiness. If you haven't smiled with somebody today, look at a stranger and smile. Great things happen to you when you look at strangers and smile.
Most of it is shot in Goa.
Most of it is shot in Goa, yes. I really wish I'd acted in it, but you know, they wouldn't replace me with Shah Rukh Khan or that sort. But it's a great film. I loved it, and it's a film I like to give an example about. Let's watch the song. That's the concluding finale for today afternoon. The song, please. Dear Zindagi. It's our pleasure to have you with us. I want to share this little story with you before I close. There was once a very famous author. He was very fond of writing books. Every day in the morning, he would walk by the seaside, get inspired, go back to his cottage and continue writing. He did this for many days, many days. One day as he was walking by the seaside, he sees a strange phenomenon. From a distance, he can see a human figure dancing. He wonders to himself, why should anybody be dancing? The sun is up and it's going to get warmer by the day. So he gets curious. He walks up to this human figure and he sees it's a young man. He looks at the young man and says, young man, what are you doing? The young man says, can you not see? I am throwing starfish into the sea. But there are miles and miles of starfish. You can't save all of them. To which the young man says, the one which is in my hand, when I throw it against the dashing waves, it makes a difference to that one. The response surprises the author. That night he cannot sleep. Next day in the morning, along with the young man, he gets up and he throws starfish into the sea. The moral of the story. The moral of the story is, if you throw your stars wisely and well, just like the way I am throwing at you, the future is yours. But if you don't know how to throw the stars wisely and well, the future is perhaps lost. The choice is entirely yours. Thank you.